Bang. What is going on, beautiful people? We are back. Another Tuesday stream. My name is Finesse. That's my man Locke, as always, joining you guys 2 times a week, talking some MLB and cashing some tickets. So, unlike yesterday, absolutely loaded. Um, Sorry, let me get my shit straight. Absolutely loaded MLB slate. 15 games to talk about, as usual for Tuesdays. Going to be an exciting Dinger Tuesday. Seems to be some good matchups, some cookie monsters on the mound, some good weather. So that's a recipe for a good Dinger Tuesday. So we appreciate you guys watching. Um, and yeah, Locke, we got a lot to talk about. Extremely packed stream. Anything you want to get off your chest to open up?
Not really.
No,
Nah.
Simple Canadian life, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your day yesterday? Give a recap if you have.
Yeah. We obviously went live yesterday. wasn't a great day. I had some terrible beats. I added Houston Astros money line straight. They took a 2-run lead and then absolutely blew it in the bottom. Just some bad reads on hitter props. So um yeah, down day for us as a team, as a stream, but that's the beautiful thing. We get to come back, the very next day and try to get those coins back. So yeah, we see you guys in the chat already. My man Hulk is in the chat. Bicky says Maz 4-2. That's a bold take. What is that, like plus 7 million? It's crazy. Good value though. A-Rich says, what's the best money line to take tonight? I don't know. We'll get into that as we go through the games. I'll try to remember that and probably try to give you a gem. My man Zappy's in the chat. Sees low key stink. I mean, as long as we hang the banner, you can say whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? If we lose, we stink though, and you guys will never be hearing from me again. So, but yeah, Locke, it's about that time. 15 games. I got a shit ton of action. I think you do too. So you ready? Let's get into it.
Let's get right into it.
All right, I got so many like chalky ass, like square ass plays.
What a
It's insane.
surprise.
It's insane. Oh my god. All right, let's get into it. Braves, Orioles, first game on the slate. Max Fried going against Albert Suarez. Like what you liking?
There's one play that stood out to me in this game. Abby Rushman has 5 home runs versus the exact handedness and mix of Max Fried, which is going to see, I believe, a lot of fastballs and is it slider? I don't remember. I didn't do my whole sheet today, so I didn't. I don't have the exact data in front of me, but 5 home runs against the pitch and handedness looks pretty good, and he's plus 1100 today on BetMGM to hit a home
Damn.
run. Yeah, I was gonna play his double and do the thing you do, but I'm not a weirdo. It's yard or nothing for me. So I put points or units on his home run today at plus 1100 over at MGM. His velos are pretty up, 89, 89 average off the bat the last 7 days, 45% fly ball, and he's getting the ball in play, which is what matters kind of the most. He's getting the ball up and in play with some pop. He hit a home run for you last week, so hopefully he hits one for me this week, and we could hit a nice play. This would pay for everything I played today if this one hits, so that would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna text you when he sends a missile and it hits the wall for a double. I'm gonna text you. You'll be the first one I text.
I know.
Yeah, I like it though. I don't have anything straight in this game or the next one, so I'm gonna use these first 2 games to just give out some parlays I start early. So let's start with this 3-legger minus 125 on BetMGM. James, it starts with the under 6.5 total runs. So yeah, first leg is this game. Atlanta Orioles under 6.5 first 5 total. Mariners plus 1.5 in the first 5, and Astros plus 1.5 in the first 3. Not the first 5, the first 3. That's minus 125 on BetMGM. I have so many things tied to the Mariners. I thought Brian Wu was going to start. Usually I'm only familiar with the fucking shenanigans in the NBA, but hour before, well, I guess that game is later, 2 hours before first pitch, they rule out Brian Wu, and Jonathan Diaz is going to start for the Mariners. So that kind of fucking sucks. Still like to play. I mean, I have no choice. My money's on them. You'll see what I have. I have more in that Mariners game, but Yeah, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. Renault Blanco's on the mound for the Astros. He's been getting touched up a little bit as of late, but to cover 1.5 in the first three is not asking a bunch. I think that's going to be a lower scoring game. Under 6.5 in this game. Both pitchers have been absolutely dominant this year. Atlanta offense is just not the same right now. Really, really struggling versus righties. Not a great matchup on the road for them. So I think there can be some runs, but 6.5 is a tall order. And then obviously Seattle plus the 1.5 against the White Sox. White Sox lineup has just been dead. The lineup they put out today is really bad. Oscar Colas is in that lineup. The Young is in. It's just a really, really bad lineup. So even though Wu got scratched, hopefully we can still bring the plus 1.5 in the first 5 home. So started like that, little 3-legger. My man Kai's in the chat. Big salute, my man Kai. Bicky, yeah, Mariners, Wu was out. Yeah, fucking hurts. It hurts. But got no choice. We ball. We ride. So yeah, that's it for that game. Let's move on. Nationals Tigers gonna be Kenta Maeda versus Mitchell Parker. So I don't like I said, I don't have anything straight. I'll use this time to get to the hater parlay. 4 legs on ESPN bet plus 102. Oh, I made an error. It's not plus 101, it's plus 102. Plus 102 on ESPN bet. If y'all remember, I think it was like 3 streams ago. We did the same thing, another plus money hater parlay. Yeah, 4 legs, praying on these guys' downfall, all under 1.5 hits for each guy. It's Mark Canha, Jose Siri, Anthony Rizzo, and Paul DeYoung. Pretty self-explanatory. All guys are pretty cold versus the hinderness they're going to face. Pretty cold overall. Pretty bad versus the pitch mix. Rizzo and DeYoung are some of the coldest bats in the league right now. Jose Siri shows some pop, but still very cold. Tough matchup versus Tyone, who's really, really tough on righties. And Mark Canha, been really cold as of late, really cold versus lefties. So yeah, low plus money, hater parlay, praying on their downfall. Yeah, that wraps it up for me. Lock Nationals, Tigers, Mitchell Parker, Kenta Maeda.
I took Mr. Abrams to hit a home run, and I'll just give out the whole thing today because I know this game is one of the earlier starts. Correct? This one's a 640. Yep. I'll just give out the 2 leg now. It's CJ Abrams and Christian Walker. CJ Abrams looks really good versus right-handed pitching. 33% fly ball rate, which isn't the greatest in the world, but against the exact mix, I believe it was 5 or 6 home runs he has versus the mix he's going to see from Maeda today, which gives me some gives me a good reason to take him, especially with the data he's been providing. Lots of batted balls in plays. He's kind of fixed the strikeout issue that he had last week. I think he struck out 6 times straight. It was kind of annoying watching him because he ruined my parlay that night that started that strikeout streak. He looks very good. And then I paired him with Christian Walker in the late game. Christian Walker has not hit a dong in the last 7 days. He's been pulling the ball. He's been hitting the ball really hard. Lots of fly balls, and he just hasn't got there. Tonight versus what's his face on the Angels? I'm forgetting his name. Is it Suarez? Yes, Suarez today. He's facing a lefty. He's been absolutely mashing lefties. I think in his last 10 balls in plays versus lefties, 7 of them have been over 100 off the bat. So it gives me some confidence to back Walker today, especially at the odds. We're getting some crazy odds for Dinger Tuesday today. Plus 470 for Walker. It's like a Christmas gift.
Kind of nuts.
It's a Christmas gift that might just be Cole. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I put 0.15 on this just for content. $7.50. I think you went about $2.50 on that. It's around there.
I like it. Christian in the chat says minus 500. What the fuck? Not sure exactly what you're talking about. Definitely wasn't straight. I don't know if you're talking about the 3 leg or the 4 leg, but it was obviously legs in a parlay. So I mean, I don't really know. Marquis says miss home run 3 leg by 1. Jorge let me down. Jorge, I'm guessing Soler maybe. Oh, that's tough.
I wonder if that's the guy who DM'd me on Twitter yesterday, because some guy DM'd me a ticket with my leans. It was Royce Lewis, Tatis, and he had Soler as the last leg.
Wow.
So I wonder if that's the same guy.
Yeah, that's painful. Island Boy says, Finesse, do you think your highest confidence parlay is the Witt and Harper joint? Yeah, I'm never comfortable answering those questions because obviously I love everything I put out. I really like the Cubs one. That we'll get to in a second. Um, yeah, I love the Harper one. Back in Zach, I don't mind that one at all. Yeah, I love everything I give out. You know what I'm saying? My money's on them, so it's tough for me to, kind of pick one out. All right, so let's keep it pushing. A lot of games to get to. Talking about the Cubs game, let's move to that one. Cubs Rays, Jameson Taillon versus Zach Eflin. Lock, what you liking?
I'd like a pillow to go to sleep when I watch this game. I don't think it's going to be intense. I didn't take anything from this game. Um, some weird things that popped out to me was Dansby Swanson home run. I don't know why he's priced the way he is. He's not really a power hitter. I think he was as low as plus 360 at one point today, which kind of like, I don't know, just reading lines. His stats don't look terrible, but they don't look amazing either. I didn't take anything from this game at all. Seiya Suzuki looks great for a home run. If
There you
anyone
go.
likes that, right? You took him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a couple smart people on Seiya, so I might ride some of their parlays. But yeah, Seiya looks great today. He would be him or Swanson, just based Swanson more off the weirdness of his odds. A lot of people in like the top four have been getting their home run. Who the hell is that guy? Like today, Manzardo is second for Cleveland and Bo Naylor is first. That doesn't make sense to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Especially his brother been the Dinger Tuesday fucking demon.
I know. I didn't take him today, so take your free coins and take them now.
Yeah, and those were the exact two guys I was back and forth on. Dansby or Suzuki. Dansby has been really good versus righties. Eflin's really struggling versus righties. He's a reverse split guy. So yeah, I wanted to pick a righty. It was between those two guys. I set it on Suzuki. So I have two leg SGP minus 103 on FanDuel. It's Suzuki hit and the Cubs plus 1.5 in the first five. That's minus 103 on FanDuel. I took Suzuki double at plus 330 on DraftKings. And then I took Suzuki home run at plus 560 on FanDuel. Starting with the first five, Tampa is just 1-9 on the run line in their last 10. 1-9 on the first five run line, excuse me, in their last 10 home games. Obviously, we get a little extra safety with the plus 1.5 in the first five. They've been absolutely horrendous versus right-handed pitching this month. WRC plus only 52. So that's basically saying they're like half a team versus righties this month. 29% K percentage. They only batting 181 as a team versus righties, which is fucking abysmal. Absolutely no power offensively. Four regular starters for Tampa are batting under 180 this month versus righties. Taillon has been, relatively good this year versus some tough lineups. He's coming off getting shelled by the White Sox. I like a rebound spot for him versus one of the easier tests this year. Cubs bats have been much better versus righties. They're much better offensively. They're walking more, striking out less, way more pop off the bat. They're going to start 5 to 6 righties. I don't know the confirmed lineup. I think it was 5 in the confirmed lineup. Sorry. Eflin has been really bad versus righties. I mentioned that a little earlier. Reverse split guy. He's been decent at best this season, but doesn't miss many bats. Kind of stays in the zone. Throws a lot of fastballs. I like the matchup for the Cubs to get the offense going. Suzuki 1+ hit in 12 of 14 games, 8 or 9 road games, and in 3 straight versus Tampa. Swinging a hot versus righties, crushes that sinker cutter mix that Eflin's going to throw nearly 60% of the time, and second most batted balls over 90 miles per hour on a team this month. So, like mentions Dansby Swanson, I was back and forth between those two. I don't mind a play on Dansby. I set it on Suzuki, nice little SGP, some sprinkles. I think he hits at least 1 or 2 balls hard as fuck today. So, yeah, that's it for me this game. Anything in the chat? Yeah, so Smirk like say as well. Brian said take Orioles money line, no hesitation.
Orioles are the
Marcus like
best team in
Rays,
baseball.
yeah, up there for sure. Probably the Yankees though, which pains me a lot to say. Marquis said Rays plus 1.5. I don't mind that. Kind of like the Cubs better, but play what you love. Nardi says what I missed just showed up. Haven't missed much. We'll go through a recap at the end. So, um, in case you missed anything.
Did you
Smirk
have
says I took.
Cubs plus 1.5 first 5?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say a hit.
I just wanted to make
Smirk
sure you lose a
says,
play, so I'm gonna tail it
yeah,
quick.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
no problem.
Smirk says I took both Suzuki and Swanson. I like that. Daniel says also took Eflin win plus 250. It's a shot, but I have this feeling. Like I said, play what you love, my brother. Don't let me talk you off. Real Royalty says, do you like Ellie Dela Cruz? We're gonna get to that game next. I personally don't. He hasn't been that great versus righties. You know, it's so cool when he's stealing bases and making contact. You know, hits ball go far. That's so cool and shit. But still striking out a ton. Better versus lefties. So not the greatest matchup in the world, in my opinion. That's a perfect segue. Let's head to Cincinnati. Guardians, Reds. Tristan McKenzie versus Brent Suter. Brent Suter's going to open. It's going to be Nick Martinez is going to handle the bulk of the work for Cincinnati. So keep that in mind as well, in case you want to make bets on this game. Lock, what you liking?
Ellie De La Cruz home run
Boom, there you go.
is my official Dinger Tuesday pick. I know it's funny you just said that. What's it called? 10% barrel in the last 7 days, 90 off the bat average, and a 50% fly ball. This isn't just against obviously right-handed pitching. I really love Ellie today. I don't have the official stats in front of me from his mix, but his mix versus what he's going to see today against what's his face McKenzie is going to be mainly fastball, and that's the pitch that Ellie loves the most. And it's going to be and against high fly ball pitchers, which McKenzie is, Ellie has a 6% higher barrel rate than he does versus ground ball and medium contact pitchers. So I will be backing him today, especially in Great American versus a cookie monster like McKenzie. He is my favorite pick from that game, but there are a lot of close seconds. J Ram, Josh Naylor, Cal Manzardo, maybe. TJ Friedel's a good one as well today. But I stuck with Ellie.
You're making my fucking nipples hard. Yeah, I mean, Locke said a lot of names that I'm going to be on. I got a fair bit of action in this game. The main play for me in this game is a 3-leg hit parlay. Stephen Kwan, Jose Ramirez, TJ Friedel. Locke just mentioned them. Those 3 legs plus 160 on FanDuel. Same cap for everyone, for all of these guys and for all the hitters that I like. Kwan red hot. I think he's on a bit of a history right now. I'm not exactly sure, but he's been red hot since coming back off injury, I believe it is. Good matchup. Obviously, the main matchup is going to be Nick Martinez, like I said. Kwan has been great versus righties. Nick Martinez has been just fucking terrible. Terrible to lefties, terrible to righties. Just not good. Giving up barrels all over the place. So Kwan can get it done in the first inning versus Suter. I have no doubt about that. But I expect offense in this game. So hopefully both Kwan and J Ram have a at least a decent enough chance for 5 at bats. So J Ram, like Locke said, has been really, really hot. Good matchup for him as well. And TJ Friedel at the top of the Cincinnati lineup handles that fastball curveball mix really, really well that he's going to see from McKenzie. And he's been hot speed guy too. So, could turn a fucking, a slow roller that probably shouldn't be a hit into a single. So we like that as well. I also played a 2+ hits lay. So Stephen Kwan, Jose Ramirez, each to record 2 hits plus 635 on FanDuel. Jose Ramirez double plus 320 on DraftKings, and Jose Ramirez home run plus 420 on FanDuel. So, a lot of plus money to go around. Really liking them. I think we nailed the hit parlay, which obviously pays for everything else. I like J Ram to stay hot. That's the main guy for me. Like him to stay hot. Yeah, 2 meatball man, like Locke said. I think we get offense. Great ballpark too. Great American small park. So yeah, I like it. My man Gospy's in the chat. Loving Max Fried. I do like him as well. We didn't talk about that game yet, but I like the matchup, especially against the Sox. Very inconsistent, especially versus lefties. So Smirk says, I think her two beast. I don't even know how to say his name. I know you're talking about, but I'm not even gonna try. gets his first today. I think he's talking dinger. So yeah, Oz must be good for that. So good luck to you. Hulk says Paul Skeens over 8 strikeouts. Dude's a monster. Yeah, I like him. I'm backing him in a different kind of way, but I like that. Yeah, he's been a stud so far. Kyle says need help picking a Met to go yard. Well, we will help you out. I got 2 dinger selections in that game, and I'm sure Locke got some sauce for y'all. So we'll get to that game. Enzo says Naylor most home runs on Tuesday. Jonathan India is my long shot. Hulk also says India RBI. I was looking at India today. Good numbers versus righties as a late. Um, handles the pitch mix pretty well. I do like India. He was definitely on my list. Quiz. I hope I'm saying that right. Play J Ram Adley 2 leg. I like that. My man Locke likes Adley, so I like that. Devin says no David Fry. I didn't really, nothing jumped off the page for me today.
I know what it is. He might think that it's the lefty, the guy who's opening, because I did my research around the lefty opening at first, and then I went back to it, and I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna be a righty for at least after the first inning.
Yeah.
So that might be it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Martinez is equally as bad to both sides of the plate. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he stays hot. So yeah, a lot of plus money in that game I'm liking. So hopefully we can hit some bangers. You good? All right, let's keep it pushing. What do we got? Mets, Marlins. Jesus Luzardo versus Tyler Megill. We have some questions in the chat about this game. So perfect little segue into that. I guess I'll start it off. So I haven't even posted this in GoldBoys yet. I'm waiting for the ticket, but I like Lindor today. I think he is leading off in the confirmed lineup. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me just double check.
I'll check.
Yeah, he's leading off. He's leading off today, which obviously I like. Been great versus lefties. Been amazing versus lefties. Jesus Luzardo is a little bit confusing at times. Some outings he'll absolutely dominate tough lineups. Other outings, like last outing versus a very weak Tampa team, he absolutely just lost his shit, gave up 9 earned runs. But Lindor's been a lot better from the right side of the plate. Jesus Luzardo much more susceptible to righties than lefties. Obviously, as a lefty, that's what happens most of the time. Absolutely fucking destroys Luzardo's pitch mix. So at the top of the lineup, at home, I like Lindor. So I paired Lindor. I basically made a hit parlay, Lindor and Starlin Marte, who we'll talk about later. That was, make sure I got it correct. I believe it was, that was minus 115 on FanDuel. I'm going to play Lindor double, Lindor dinger as well. And I like Pete Alonso, same kind of deal. Fly ball rate has been insane as a late, crushes the pitch mix, good versus lefty, same kind of deal as Lindor. So you wanted some looks for that game. There you go. Lindor is probably my favorite look in that game, but I do like Big Meat Pete as well. So, Locke, what you liking?
I didn't actually take anything from this game. I was really debating taking Brian De La Cruz as one of my Dinger Tuesday picks. It's plus 650 today. 70% fly ball rate in the last 7 days. 93 off the bat average and about a 17% barrel. Looks really good versus McGill. And then on the other end of things, I was thinking of taking Lindor for a home run or that guy who hit 2 last week, Luis Torrens. This guy's a 33% barrel rate. I know he only has 9 batted balls in the last 7 days. At the same time, 44% fly ball, 97 off the bat, and 50% of the time he puts a ball in the air, it's a home run. So that means he's put, 4 balls in the air, 2 of them have left. I don't know. He looks pretty good. It's just one of those ones, you have a small sample size, you don't really want to mess with it. So I would go with Brian for that game for sure. If you want a Met, I'd go with Lindor.
I like it. On the same page there. I like that. Island Boy says, how do you feel about William Contreras hit? I mean, I hate that game all around. I know he's good versus lefty, so I'm not mad at it. I'm never mad at a Contreras hit. He made me a lot of coin this year, but that's not a game I was super interested in. So take that for what you will. AT says, Sanchez, Marte, Naylor, home run parlay. Any thoughts? I know Marte's been hot as fuck as of late. You got the approval from Locke. Sanchez, I'm assuming he's talking about Jesus.
No, I think he's talking about Gary. Gary versus
Okay.
lefty, because I took that today.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. You got Locke's seal of approval. So there you go. Smirk likes Jazz in this game. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I swear Jazz only gets juice balls. There's no way his skinny ass arms can hit balls out of the park. I don't know what it is, dude. But do you ever watch his home run clips? Every time he hits a home run, it looks like he barely gets a hold of it and it goes like 440. I don't know.
It's like
Man.
a golf swing too. Like it looks like
Yeah.
he uppercuts everything.
I don't get it, man.
But yeah, we're making good time. We slicing through these games, so we appreciate you guys for watching. There was over 70 people in here watching, so we appreciate that. Hit that like button for us. Something quick you guys can do, quick and easy and free. You guys can do to really help us out. We spend a lot of time every single day, kind of getting this info, so we can put on a great show for you guys. So if you can show your support, show your appreciation, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'd appreciate that very, very much. Helps us get new eyeballs on the channel. And helps us grow the community. So we appreciate that. All right. Phillies, Red Sox, lock. Zach Wheeler, Cutter Crawford. What you liking, my brother?
I actually don't like anything in this game. It's kind of hard to get like a full-fledged read on this game. I was looking to take, where is his name over here? Let me just find Jarren Duran, home run. I don't know how he doesn't have more home runs. It really pisses me off. This guy, he has 2 this week, which is great, but his numbers are always so insane, and he's a very unlucky hitter. Versus the pitch mix today, his slugging is about 0.55, which is like, it's all right. It's above average, but his expected slugging is 0.85, which is 300 points off because of how many times he's just getting unlucky. Fast outfielders, I don't know, diving plays. I really don't know what it is. I've never seen an expected slugging like 300 points higher than the actual slugging. Usually it's anywhere between 100 to 200 points. But yeah, he looks very, very good today. I didn't take him because he always lets me down. So that might be your green light to take him today.
I missed the last part. Was the whole thing about Duran?
Yeah. And how he's fraudulent.
Yeah, he pisses me the fuck off. Like he's cashed me some huge tickets this year.
You got his triple a few times, I know.
Yeah, I got his triple. Hit a bunch of times. He's made me a lot of coin, but other times just the matchup looks so fucking good, and he'll go 0 for 5, and everything's a ground out, and it's fucking aggravating. But I like it. I'm not mad at it. Yeah, I mean for me it's wow. I made a lot of typos. I'm just going back at it now. I put Phillies versus fucking Phillies. Where is it?
That's something a Philadelphia fan would say.
Yeah, I mean it's Zach Wheeler Day, so I'm looking to always back Zach Wheeler when he's on a bump back to Phillies in some type of way. I mean, y'all know I like my SGPs. This one is fairly juiced, so don't blame me if you don't want to take it. Minus 133 on FanDuel, 3-leg SGP. Bryce Harper hit. Philly plus 1.5 in the first 5, and the Red Sox team total under 6.5. Minus 133 on FanDuel. I took Harper double at plus 280 on FanDuel, and I took Harper home run at plus 340 on FanDuel. Harper stood out the most for me against Cutter. Cutter's a lot more susceptible to lefties. He's been really good this year, Cutter has, but still susceptible to giving up hits. Doesn't give up a ton of power, a ton of ISO, but more susceptible to lefties. Like I said, Harper's not really getting the ball in the air a ton as of late, but still hard hit rate has remained solid. Numbers versus righties have been solid. Only hesitation I have is obviously the jet lag from London. That is what it is. I try not to center my capping around that type of shit. These guys are professionals. Bryce is the epitome of a professional. So crushes the pitch mix. Is going to be mainly fastball cutter from Cutter. And he destroys that pitch mix. Everything he hits is over 100 off the bat versus those pitches. So I like it a lot. I like backing Philly. I like backing Wheeler. So this is my way of doing it. So, juice SGP, but throwing some plus money in there. I don't mind it. All right. Okay. Let's keep it pushing. If you guys have any questions in the chat or anything, feel free to let us know. We're happy to answer any questions, favorite looks, anything like that.
What time does that Cleveland game start at? If you don't know, if you know.
Cleveland game starts at 7:10.
Okay.
Brandon said, "How do you feel about Rowdy Tellez home run? I would never play that guy ever. Doesn't make enough contact for me. Is home run a bust? So I guess that kind of works in for you. If you're getting a good price, I'm not too mad at it, but I personally would never bet on him." AT said yes, he was talking about Sanchez. My man Locke will talk about Gary here in a second. Nardi said he paired Judge with Garcia. I'm assuming the Dolis. We're gonna get to that game. That's a very interesting game. Any thoughts on Josh Bell? Locke, anything with
his velos are super
Bell?
down. It's like 82 average. Fly ball's still up. I don't know, 8% barrel in the month. I checked it before when he said that. It's not the greatest in the world. I mean,
yeah,
he's one of those guys who could just hit a home run whenever he wants if he gets good contact. Every player in the MLB can do that. It's just by the numbers, no, it doesn't look good today.
I feel it. Well, there you go. Papa Bear's in the chat says, "Sorry, I'm late. What did I miss?" We'll do a little recap at the end if you want to stay to the end. Devin says, "Alec Bohm." See, the problem with Bohm is that a lot of people will just assume that he's, as red hot as he was a couple of weeks ago. He is not. He is very cold right now. So I don't think he's ever a bad play if you want to throw, his hitting somewhere or something like that. But I stayed away just because of how cold he is. And Cutter is not a complete bum. So Flo says Blaze Alexander home run birthday boy. I did not know it was his birthday. So I know he's at the bottom of the lineup today, but he's going against a lefty, right? Yeah, Jose Suarez. So yeah, I'm not mad at that. That's as meatball man gets. So not mad at that at all. All right, let's keep it pushing. What do we got next?
Twins, I think. Twins Rockies.
Yep, Rockies Twins. Cal Quantrill versus Louis Varland. Locke, I'll kick this one off. I talked to my man Krusty about this real early today. We decided to collab on it. We went back and forth. There's obviously some concerns with this play, but we like it enough to play it. Louis Varland under 15.5 outs. So, like I said, I played this very early today. I want to see if the line is still playable, so I don't give out anything stale. Yeah, very much 15.5 at best, 14.5 at a lot of spots, plus money though. Yeah, if you got Bet Rivers, it's still 15.5. I wouldn't play the 14.5. I guess I'll keep it short and sweet. It's, not available on most books, but he was very bad early on the year, got sent down to the minors. It was probably even worse in the minors. We're talking about Uber drivers, grocery baggers, and the man was, had no control, couldn't get anybody out in the fucking minors. His ERA in the minors was, Crusty sent to me earlier, I think it was over 7 in the minors. And I think he was in AA and AAA. So, it's tough because the Rockies are so bad. That's what me and Krusty were talking about mostly. They're so bad. I still think they can do enough versus Varland. I think, after getting shut out last night, coming in today versus a guy who has really struggled. I'm guessing there's at least a little bit of extra motivation, guys licking their chops to kind of get back on track offensively. So I think even if they are struggling, I think all the Twins can possibly be looking for here is 5 solid innings. I think he's not even fully stretched out. I think he worked like 80 pitches his last minor league start. So, I think the Twins will be happy with 5 decent innings. And that's decent innings if he could somehow, get through 5 without getting touched up. But I doubt that. I think he's going to put guys on base. I think control has been an issue all year. So I think he's going to be walking guys, putting guys on base, a lot of traffic, a lot of stressful innings. So 15.5 at minus 102 on FanDuel. We just didn't get that number at all. So we played it. I'm not super mad at the 14.5. You're getting like plus 150, plus 160 on 14.5, but I personally would stay away. If you can get the 15.5, play it. If not, just stay away and disregard. But that's what I like in this game. Locke, what about you, my brother?
I have a play here with who is it? Actually, yeah, I don't have to give out the whole thing. I'll give out the first part though. It's Ryan McMahon home run. Versus the cutter. This is another fade on Louis Varland, if you guys were wondering. versus Cutter, McMahon is absolutely shredding that pitch. His last 7 days, no home runs, but he does have a 30% fly ball, which is a little lower than I usually like. But I mean, it's still getting the ball in the air quite a bit. 7% barrels, 60% hard hit, and a 97.5 average off the bat. This is versus both handedness. If you switch that stat over to righties on the season, his fly ball is so much higher. His hard hit rate is very high. His barrel is close to 12.5% on the whole season. You mix that with a cutter only, his barrel percent is close to 23 per batted ball. So if he sees a nice cutter down the pipe, he might send it out. I really like him today versus Varland. I think Varland stinks, like you guys saw in the minors. What Finesse was just saying, 7.0 is a ridiculous number for an ERA. 15 and a half. I don't think he goes 5 innings, even though the Rockies stink. But yeah, there's some people who get on base here and there.
Yeah, I agree. Twins bullpen is relatively rested too, so yeah, I expect him to struggle a lot, even against his Rockies team. So, a kid named Coop says Tovar. I was looking at him today. It's just so hard for me to back any individual hitters for his Rockies team. Tovar has made me coin this year. He's one of their more consistent hitters, so I'm not mad at the read at all if you want to play him in like a hit parlay or something like that. But I just can't trust any of these Rocky hitters right now. Maybe that'll change. They got hot a couple of weeks ago. Maybe it happens again. But yeah, that's my take on that.
Another person I forgot to mention was Carlos Correa. His exit velos have been through the roof, actually, like very, very sleeper. A lot of 100+ off the bats recently. Really high fly ball. I didn't get around to play him in anything, but I do really like him if you want to take someone on the Twins and fade. I don't even know who's pitching for the Rockies off the top of my head right now.
Quantrill.
Oh, Cal Cookies? Yeah, I mean, maybe I should play that, to be honest, now that you say that.
My man Julio says, hello, what's up, Julio? I hope you're having a good day, my brother. Thank you for watching and tuning in. Okay, yeah, I think that's it for that game. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think that's it for that game. Like, can you intro the next game? I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm not used to doing this stuff, guys, so I'm kind of scared. I'm not sending anything. So let's start with Pittsburgh versus the Cardinals. It is Paul Skeens versus Miles Mikolas. I am personally playing one play in this game today, and it is the Nerfy, courtesy of Finesse, because I had a boost today on DraftKings. We can put it up on the screen, Mr. James, if you would like. It's a 20% or 25% profit boost on any Nerfy or Yerfy today, and I am not taking credit for it at all. So if it hits, yeah, it's all mine. But if it misses, then it's all in Finesse. I needed something to use the boost on. I hit up my favorite Nerfy bettor, Mr. Book Finesser. They allowed me to put $25 on it. I mean, that's the max I'll go. This was also a play. What the hell's bro giggling about?
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
I mean, we have two prime pitchers on the mound. Mikolas isn't the greatest pitcher in the world. Paul Skeens, yeah, there's a lot of hype around him. The issue is Pittsburgh kind of stinks. Top of their lineup isn't the best hitters in the world. I could see why Finesse would play this. I don't know his reasoning, but hey, I could see it. And I think it's the most juiced Nerfy on the board today too, which makes even more sense that Finesse would play it. Is that good?
That was decent. That was decent. Motherfuckers both took a drink at the same time. What type of shit is that? Yeah, this motherfucker stole my plate and got a better price. We were talking about that before the show. It's crazy. Craziness. What a world we live in. So yeah, the Nerfy was too juice for me to play solo. So I paired it with something else. Got a little plus money. 2-leg on DraftKings plus 101. It's the Nerfy in this game, obviously, and then the White Sox not to score in the first inning. Obviously, that was with Brian Wu starting. White Sox are so bad. I'm still holding out hope that Jonathan Diaz can fucking shut them down in the first inning. But holy fuck, I had 3 things tied into Wu starting, and he gets ruled out. But yeah, I mean, Locke kind of mentioned it. I hate Mikolas. I do not like backing him at all. But one area. What's happening? One area he's been good in is the Nerfy. 10-3 to the Nerfy this year. Now facing a Pittsburgh team that has really, really struggled in the first inning. The last 14 first innings versus righties they failed to last 14 first innings versus righties. Excuse me, they failed to score a first inning run. 14 straight games versus righties. The Nerfy has hit for them. On the other side, Skeens perfect. Nerfy, I think it's 6-0 or 5-0, one of those. Don't quote me on that. In his young career, St. Louis can be tough, especially at the top of that lineup. Mason Wynn, I believe, is batting at the top of that lineup. He's been relatively hot. But Skeens is a stud. I respect the velocity. I think the velocity is going to give these boys trouble, especially because Ace, hey, especially because this is their first time seeing them. It can be tough. It can be tough. Skeens has absolutely shut down much better lineups than this St. Louis lineup. St. Louis has been struggling to open games as well. So I like it. It was minus 150 for a reason. Like Locke says. So yeah, paired it with White Sox not to score in the first inning, get some plus money. Don't tell anybody that tells you to play a Nerfy at minus 150. Don't do it. It's not worth it. I mean, it could look great. It could be two dominant pitchers, but Nerfy is just so fucking volatile. It's not worth the minus 140, minus 150 juice. So I would caution you guys against that. But yeah, that's it for me here. I know we had some Paul Skeen strikeout love in the chat earlier. Not mad at that. Cardinals swing metrics are pretty bad over the last 2 weeks, so I'm not mad at that at all. Okay. We're going to get to the chat in a second. We're going to get to the rest of these games. I want to kick it to my man, Brad. Quick intermission. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
Wait, before we get back to the picks, I wanted to thank you all for watching. Friends don't let friends watch videos without hitting the like button. So go ahead and press the thumbs up button and like the video. If you're new here and not subscribed, you should go ahead and do so because we're dropping new content each and every day on the GoldBoys Network. We strive to cover every sport and give out picks and analysis and valuable information for free on the GoldBoys Network. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you can get notified when we drop something new. I'm Brad Thomas. Let's get back to the picks.
Boom. Shout out to my man, Brad. You heard him. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 10K subscribers. So salute to you guys that have hit the button already. Hopefully you deem the content worthy enough, valuable enough in your everyday capping to subscribe. A lot of free stuff going on every single day. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Yeah, let's move on. So we got Royals, Yankees. Very interesting game. Marcus Stroman versus Brady Singer. Locke, I will kick this one off if you do not mind. I mentioned at the top that I was going kind of square, kind of chalky today. And this is about as chalky as it gets right here. 3 legs on FanDuel, minus 120. Bobby Witt hit. Juan Soto hit. Yankees plus 3.5 in the first 5. Obviously, the Yankees plus 3.5 just to reduce the juice on the hit lay. Juan Soto, Brady Singer has been great this year. He's had a couple of rocky moments, but overall, he's been amazing this year. He's absolutely shutting down righties. So I know Judge is going to be popular today. Volpe is going to be popular today. Volpe absolutely fucked me yesterday, so I have a hard time going back to him. But I said it on Soto because Brady Singer is much more susceptible to lefties. Singer's going to throw. I think it was fastball slider, I believe. Soto is crushing the fastball. Singer throws his fastball over 50% of the time. So over half the time, you're going to be feeding Juan Soto fastballs. I mean, that's not a recipe for success. On the Bobby Witt side, it's not a good matchup on paper for Bobby. I'm going to, ride the hit streak, 11 game hit streak for Bobby. He cashed me out yesterday with a clutch-ass double. I think he can hit anybody in the world right now. Bobby is hot as fuck. Stroman, again, he's been really solid this year. Not the best matchup on paper. Stroman has been very solid versus righties, much more susceptible to lefties. But, I mean, I'm just going to trust Bobby, trust how high he's been, and trust the history. I think, like I said, I think he could hit fucking Jesus if he was on the mound. So, yeah, going chalky. 2 guys to record a hit. Yankees plus 3.5 in the first 5. Hopefully my man Locke's still alive. What do we got in the chat? Wave has said, how do you feel about Hassan Kim? We're gonna get to that game. Wasn't one of my favorite Padres. I do have a Padre that I'm liking today that really jumps off the page. So we'll get to that. But yeah, Hassan Kim is a guy that made me so much fucking coin last year. It was incredible. I played his hits, runs, RBIs like every day. It was like an ATM. It was crazy. O'Neal Cruz home run. Yeah, I mean against Michaelis, I can't argue versus that. I mean Michaelis has given up 12 bombs, a lot more doubles, a lot of extra base hits. So I can't argue with that. O'Neal's not the hottest in the world right now, but over the last week or so, he's really picked it up. So I'm not mad at that at all. Not mad at any player going against Meatball Michaelis at all. Smirk likes Nolan Gorman. Kai said the whole court is on schemes. So that's we got some sharp people in there, but you don't want it to be too fucking public. Goldie 2Ks plus 1 to 25 worth it. I mean that's a very shitty price because of schemes. I think it can happen. Goldie really struggles with extremely high velocity, and he struggles with high fastballs. And Skeens is a guy that's going to do both of those things. So that's just a terrible fucking price. I think it's unplayable because the books are so on it. You know what I'm saying? If it was like plus 200 or something like that, I'd be a lot more intrigued. But it's just a horrible price. My man Boston in the chat, big salute to you. I appreciate the kind words, my brother. All right, Locke, let's you talked about this. You did not talk about this Yankees Royals game, did you?
No, I have two leans. I didn't take anything officially here. Bobby Witt home run and a weird one, not really that weird. Vinny Pasquantino home run. Vinny loves the pitches he's going to see from Stroman today. So crazy high slugging, crazy high velos in the last few days. And a crazy high, it's 70% fly ball rate in the last 7 days. So if he gets a hold of one, I mean, it is Kauffman Stadium, so it's not the best place in the world. But if it was Yankee Stadium, I'd be all over him since he pulls the ball really well. But not today.
Yeah, I mentioned too, Stroman a lot more vulnerable versus lefties, so I like that. One of the only lefties in the lineup today for the Royals, so I like it. All right, let's go to the poverty franchise lock. Blue Jays, Brewers, Yusei Kikuchi. Where's the bucket, bro?
I got the bucket.
Yeah, you gotta get the bucket, bro. There it is.
Put the bucket on, man.
All of that to not even make the playoffs is crazy. Yusei Kikuchi versus Carlos Rodriguez. Lock, I didn't cap this game. I have no interest in this game. This game could go fuck off. What about you, my brother?
Well, since we're at this game, I don't really do much with it either, to be quite honest. I took Gary Sanchez in a lotto. Let me see. Oh, yeah, this is the one with Gary Sanchez and Ryan McMahon. Gary Sanchez numbers versus left-handed pitching is ridiculous. Crazy high velos, crazy high fly ball. And in the last 7 days, if I pull this up quick, he is the hardest hitter on the Brewers. The issue with that is he only got the ball in play 6 times. But out of those 6 times that he got the ball in play, 17% barrel percent. And I will be backing him to hit a home run versus Kikuchi since he loves lefties that throw the ball inside towards him. Then, since the game starts soon, I'll give up my hit builder. I got one of those boosts on MGM, 25%. I just did a little hit builder. Not really a builder. It's a 5-leg hit parlay. It is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for a hit, Jose Ramirez for a hit, Nando Tatis for a hit, Yordong for a hit, and Marcus Semien for a hit. Those guys are all good dong hitters as well. If you want to parlay all 5 to hit home run, $1 to win probably like $6,000. You can do that. Probably not going to happen, but the same way I cap hits is the same way I cap home runs. If I think they're going to hit a home run, why wouldn't you think they're going to get a hit? They're seeing the ball well. So that's how I am running this game. It's plus 572 with the boost.
Okay, like it. I'm on a lot of those guys as well, so I like it. Boston said Joe, Ram, Dinger, and Cincy. Yes, I was on that officially. Might have missed that earlier in the show. We'll do a recap, but yeah, I'm loving Joe Ram today. Um, of course, Kyle likes the coochie. You know what I'm saying? Kyle's all about that coochie. All right, let's keep it pushing. Enough about the fucking Blue Jays. Fuck the Blue Jays.
Best team in baseball.
Okay, on to one of the more interesting games on the slate, bro. This game is crazy. Angels, Diamondbacks, Jose Suarez versus Jordan Montgomery. I already gave out the hit parlay, Lindor and Cattell hit parlay. I'm gonna dive a little bit more deeper into this game. Both guys have been both pitchers have been absolutely terrible this year. Jordan Montgomery started the year very, very well, and the wheels have just absolutely fallen off for him. So he's been really, really fucking bad at home as well. Over an 8 ERA at home. 5 of his 6 bombs have been given up at home. So it's been a rough go. Same thing with Suarez. Suarez for years now, I've been just fading the fuck out of him, and it's been a cash cow. So could tell so far, but there's a lot of guys. As soon as I see a lefties on the mound, a lot of guys for the Angels that immediately pop to my mind. Renhefo, Kevin Pillar, guys like that, Taylor Ward. So I'm going to look a little bit deeper into this game. I think there's plenty of offense to go around. Locke mentioned Christian Walker already. I'm on Ketel Marte. I'm going to look at some more Angels hitters, like I said, but that's it for me. What about you, my brother?
I am officially on Christian Walker in a parlay with Abrams that I gave out earlier. I also really do like Marte. Looks really good today. Let me see over here. Yeah, so Marte's fifth hardest hitter right now on the D-backs, but his splits as a righty versus the mix is insane. We're going to see a lot of fly balls from him today. Hopefully he does hit a home run. And Walker, I think this game is going to be dinger central both ways, not just for the D-backs. I think there's a lot of good leans you could take. You could take Adele here. You could take Renhefo. You could take someone along the lines of Kevin Pillar. I don't know if he's playing or not. But, yeah, Marte, Gurriel, and Walker would be my top 3 leans for the D-backs. And then Joe Adele looks really good today versus Montgomery.
Yeah, Adele has been fucking cold as hell. One of the coldest bats in the league. I was looking at him too, and it looked good on paper, but he's just been so fucking cold. Robo says, "How do you feel about Will Benson home run chance?" I looked at him. Something threw me off of him though. I think it was something like how he did versus the pitch mix or something like that. So I don't love it personally, but like I always say, don't let me talk you off. If you love it, you love it. You know, play what you love. Kid named Coop says Marte or Gurriel home run. I think me and Locke kind of both agree. More leaning towards Marte, maybe.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. All right, we got a handful of games left. Let's power through. Let's power through so we can get you guys out of here. Anything of note happening in these games? Suzuki 0 for 1. Nice. Gotta love it. Okay. White Sox Mariners. Drew Thorpe, who's making his major league debut, versus Jonathan Diaz. We talked about it already. It's supposed to be Woo. Now it's Diaz. Fuck my life. I don't have anything straight in this game. The stuff I do have in this game I already gave out. Part of the Nerfy lay, part of the 3-leg parlay, part of the hater parlay. All have legs in this game, but nothing straight. Locke, what about you?
I got nothing in this game either, to be honest. I can't trust a Mariner at all, nor can I trust the little league lineup that the White Sox put out every day. Other than Lubob. Lubob does look really good for a home run today. He looked good versus Woo. I don't know how he looks against this new guy. What's his name? Diaz or Rodriguez? I don't even know what his name is. Something
Diaz.
Spanish, right? Yeah, Diaz. Jonathan Diaz. I genuinely can't cap a game that I have no interest in even watching. If I don't know, this game looks terrible. I think the total was close to 7 earlier. I don't know what it is
7.5.
now. Yeah, is it still 7.5?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm personally playing nothing in this game. I don't really have any home run leans, especially with the change of pitcher. So it would be Lubob if Wu was playing, but I really don't know with this new guy.
Yeah, I feel it. Sorry, I just want to give something out before the game ends. I mean, the game starts. Okay. All right. And yeah, for those of you that missed, if we had legs, in this game that we talked about earlier, we'll do a recap at the end. For those of you that missed out. All right, Athletics Padres, JP Sears versus Randy Vasquez. Like what you like him?
Man, I didn't take anything officially. I might throw in a little home run parlay later with some of these games, depending on how the early slate goes. To be honest with you, Shea Langeliers has been looking good. I don't think he plays today. I said that yesterday. He's played 4 games straight. Now he's played 5 games straight. Usually catchers get a day off every like 2-3 days. He's been playing so many days straight. Him and Rooker have incredible numbers versus the mix tonight, like they do almost every night. And I can't really pick one ever. So whichever one I post tonight on Twitter, just take the opposite and pair him over with Fernando Tatis because Fernando Tatis looks incredible versus lefties. Um, he's going to be seeing, I believe it was, I don't have it off the top of my head, fastball slider. And when the slider comes into him, he knows how to mash it. He likes the low slider quite a bit. So he's probably my number one home run pick from this game. Not my favorite of the night, but definitely from the game, especially against Sears.
Yeah, same for me. I don't have anything straight in this game. Uh yeah, it's just gonna be Tatis. I haven't decided how I'm gonna play him yet. Hits, runs, RBIs is looking like the move for me. It's still minus 135 on a couple of books. I'm really liking that. Might be the same thing I did yesterday. Plays double, plays home run, and then plays hits, runs, RBIs, or put him in a hit parlay with one of these guys from the Dodgers game or something like that. But I agree. I think Tatis is the best look today in this game, personally for me. Um, so yeah, that's really it for me. Where is this? Okay. I was looking at a question in the chat. Where is it? So Bicky says, can Montgomery get 4Ks versus the Angels? Couple things. Angels really aren't striking out versus lefties a whole bunch, and Montgomery's not a guy I trust for Ks. I know it's a, you just look at his line. I think his line was like, what isn't his line 3.5 or 4.5 or something like that? Really low line to begin with. He's a guy that likes to kind of stay in his zone. Angels more of the time they're mashing lefties rather than striking out a bunch. So unless they put out a lineup that's absolutely terrible, I don't love that too much. Caleb
Finesse.
says, "What's up?
Mark Canna started the game off with a hit.
Are you fucking joking, my brother?"
And a stolen base, actually. Nice
Oh,
little
that was
legacy
last inning,
game
huh? I didn't even
incoming.
see that. Yeah, I didn't even see that. Okay, buddy. Let's not get another one. All right. Caleb says Ward. I believe you're talking about Taylor Ward. I like him anytime versus lefty. Is one of the names that I mentioned. It's him, Renhefo, and Pilar. Anytime versus lefty for me. A kid named Coop said Lubob. I think Locke mentioned Lubob as I looked. He was leaning towards. So
Yes, sir.
Kentucky for that. And Smirk likes Brent Rooker.
Brett Rooker's just a
Interesting.
beast.
So all three Nerfies have hit so far. That's scary. Okay, so we have 2 games left. Astros, Giants, Renel Blanco versus Jordan Hicks. Like, I do not have anything in this game. Do you?
I just have Jordan hit in that builder I gave out earlier. I do like his home run today. It is in San Fran, so there is that big wall. It's like a reverse monster for lefties. I
Yeah.
think Jordan's number is very, very good for what you're getting today. Jordan Hicks has given up a home run, I believe, in his last 4 starts or his last 5 starts. I can't recall 100% off the top of my head. Jordan would be the guy to hit it. He's plus 400 today. It's nothing astronomical, but for a guy like Jordan, who's like, I don't know, his summer prices are usually anywhere from plus 220 to plus like 330. Doesn't even matter the pitcher. So getting plus 400 on FanDuel tonight, I don't know where he is on some other books. I didn't check, but it looks insane tonight. Absolutely insane. And he even broke the triple yesterday, which was ridiculous. A lot of people were pissed about that.
Yeah. I still didn't see the clip from that. I'm so fascinated to know what happened with that. All right, last game of the night, so we can get you guys out of here. Rangers, Dodgers. Like I didn't have enough time to cap this game fully. It's the last game of the slate. I'm gonna take something. You know, James Paxton has been asked. Dunning has been asked pretty much the whole year. Paxton, really struggling versus righties. Extremely um, difficult right now for him to get righties out. So I was looking at two names. You know, the obvious ones: Semien and Garcia. There's no Seager in the lineup today. So they're gonna have to carry the offense at the top of that lineup. It's gonna be one of those two guys. Simeon has seen Paxton before. Garcia has not. Simeon has his fair share of success versus Paxton. So it's gonna be one of those two guys. Probably gonna be Simeon. Whether I throw him in a hit parlay, I'm definitely gonna play his home run. His home run is so mispriced today. I think it's like plus 600 or something like that.
560.
Yeah, so it's severely mispriced in my opinion. Um, you know, Paxton does give up his fair share of power, of ISO. So I don't know if you can hear that, but my bad. I got silence that shit. So yeah, the Dodgers, I'm looking at a lot of guys too. Otani, Freeman, those are the main guys jumping off the page for me. So yeah, I'm gonna pick some hitters. I like offense in this game. That's really all I got for now. Like, what about you?
My last official Dinger Tuesday pick is in this game, and it is Marcus Simeon. His numbers in the last 7 days look absolutely horrendous, hitting wise. But his numbers versus the exact mix he's going to see tonight look so beautiful that I'm just going to disregard his last 7 days and just take him. Like you said, the number plus 560 is really disrespectful. You usually see Marcus Simeon anywhere from like plus 400 to 500. Getting the extra 60 points isn't the biggest deal in the world, but getting the extra 60 points when you have $5 bonus bets coming in a game that looks like it's going to be a home run fest. I think Teo could hit one. I think Marcus could hit one. I think Will Smith can hit one. Mookie, Freeman. I think almost the top three in each lineup could hit one tonight. And like with that at a back end. So I really do like Marcus Simeon tonight to hit home run. His fly ball is the one stat that's like really helped me in the last 7 days. He's averaging a 66% fly ball rate and 16 batted ball events. So yeah, I'm gonna take it and just hope he gets one out of the park. And if he doesn't, let's hope there's lots of dingers in that game. I could see like this game being like a 7-5 game, lots of scoring and lots of home runs. So maybe he'll get 5 at bats, hopefully. Yeah. He's my official last Dinger Tuesday pick. And you see Ellie up there. That game starts at 5 if you missed it.
Jorge Mateo just homered. First home run Dinger Tuesday.
My GOAT. Remember that day I took him and I didn't take him straight and he was like plus 900? That hurts.
What do I have? I have under 6.5 in the first 5 in that game. It's a 3-run fucking shot.
3-1 blast.
Fucking Mateo, all people. You're Max Fried and give up a fucking home run to Jorge Mateo, of all people. You heard this man just rush me?
I heard him.
Oh, he wasn't.
Loud.
He wasn't here. Oh,
No,
you heard him?
in my ear.
Crazy, right? Who's this fucking guy? Crazy. Anyways, yeah, that wraps up the slate. 15 games, made pretty good time, a little over an hour. So we hope you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna do a little bit of a recap for those of you guys that missed it. Obviously, some games already started, so it's gonna be a little tougher. But Locke, you want to start that off, and I'll follow you up.
I got some quick plays. We'll start it off with the finesse Nerfy, Pittsburgh STL for the BK boost. We got my hit builder, which is Vladdy to record a hit, J-Ram to record a hit, Tatis to record a hit, Yordong to record a hit, and Marcus Simeon to record a hit. I'm not going to give you guys Adley home run because that is in play. I got Ryan McMahon to record a home run and Gary Sanchez to record a home run. That is on FanDuel. I didn't shop that one. I was really busy today, so I didn't really have time. You can probably find that for a better price, but that game starts in that game starts for 40 minutes. You got time. The other one I had was Abrams Walker, but Abrams already started. Maybe play Walker straight. And yeah, my 2 Dinger Tuesday picks that we just put on the screen, Simeon and Ellie, $25 a piece. Hopefully we get some dingers and some bonus bets.
Bang. So yeah, I'll go over the action that hasn't started already. Louis Varland under 15.5 outs, minus 102 on FanDuel. The Cubs, same game parlay. Oh, that started already. My fault. Guardians, Reds, hit parlay plus 160 on FanDuel. It's Steven Kwan, Jose Ramirez, TJ Friedl, or to record a hit plus 160. Then it's Steven Kwan, Jose Ramirez, each to record 2+ hits at plus 635 on FanDuel. Also play Ramirez double and Ramirez home run. Phillies, Red Sox, SGP, Bryce Harper hit. Phillies plus 1.5 in the first 5, and Sox team total under 6.5. That's minus 133 on FanDuel. I also played Harper double and Harper home run. The Nerfy 2-leg, Locke already kind of mentioned it. Pirates, Cardinals, and the White Sox not to score in the first inning, plus 101 on DraftKings. Yankees, Royals, 3-leg parlay, Bobby Witt, Juan Soto each to record a hit, and Yankees plus 3.5 in the first 5. Hater parlay already started. And then a hit parlay, Francisco Lindor, Ketel Marte, hit parlay minus 120 on FanDuel. I also play Lindor double plus 350, Lindor home run plus 400, and Pete Alonso home run plus 400. And that wraps it up. We appreciate you guys watching. We had like 80, 90 people in here. So amazing support the last couple of days. Like we mentioned yesterday, this is going to be a schedule moving forward. It's going to be every Monday, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So pop in if you can. It was a good baseball day. It's good days to make money. We appreciate the support. Chat was popping today. We appreciate everybody in the chat. And yeah, hit that like button on your way out. Like I said earlier, it really helps us out. Subscribe to the channel. And that's all I got. You got anything to close out?
Yeah, let's have a good night.